Okay, so much to get through today. We've got the Christmas challenge. I'm putting subscribers' entries up. Here we go. We're starting off with my marbles clamp. I'm going to attempt to transform this into something never seen before. This number 4 marbles clamp is my starting point. Sheffield, England on that side. We've got marbles. We've got the little marble sign, a nice old one. Reasonable size. Reasonably straight. But before we start on my Christmas project, let's see what the first subscriber has sent in. This one's from Alex. Alex, if you put your details down below for YouTube and Instagram, we can pin it to the top of the list. This is a lovely Colombian penny pincher device. Okay, let's get stuck back in on my entry. Okay, first things first, start on the easiest bit, get the screw clean. Run this through the wire wheel at hyper speed and get the paint off that end. And run the body through the wire wheel and see how that goes out. Okay, after this come off the wire wheel, I noticed it did need the edges sorting out. They were very, very rough, so this is a 60 grit belt. Just to take them down, smooth them off. And the good thing about tool restoration, every minute that passes, the tool gets better and better and better. Okay, here's a really handy tip I want to pass on that I always get. The ear plugs that you roll between your fingers and they are made from memory foam. Perfect for filling up these thread holes. Otherwise, you tend to find when you spray, the paint goes down the hole and then you winding it in and out when you put it back together. Then you end up with wet, sticky paint everywhere. And now, before we go to paint, to take you over to another subscriber's entry, this is a lovely clamp from Steve Jensen. Thank you, Steve. Over now to my paint booth. First of all, this is getting a dusting of Hard Hat Red by Rust-Oleum. Give it a dusting, it can just start to go tacky and then it will hold the next couple of coats on. And the same down this side, just a quick dusting of those past. This paint has fantastic coverage. Okay, now several coats of red later, about 15 to the job, and it's going to get a nice spray down the back of it in metallic gold. Starting to look a little bit Christmassy now. Onto a coat of a clear coat, followed by some glitter. And another clear coat to finish. Back to what it looked like before I started. And what it looks like now. I think we can all agree there's a massive difference. Okay, that's all for now, but I'm only joking. Okay, just before we see what it looks like in the daylight and the subscriber entries, I have a quick message from my sponsors.
On the first day of Christmas, the postman brought to me a scout crafter in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 2 baby bullet vices.
On the third day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 3 rusty saws.
On the 4th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 4 King Dick ratchets.
On the 5th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 5 brass planes.
On the 6th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 6 twisted clamps.
On the 7th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 7 rusty hand vices.
On the 8th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 8 backhoe spanners.
On the 9th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 9 kitty hammers.
On the 10th day of Christmas, the postman brought to me 10 drill indexes.
And a scout crafter in a pear tree. Okay, and normal service will now resume. And now we have an entry from another subscriber, Central Workshop over on Instagram. Another lovely Column Vice. Back now to my Christmas clamp entry without the fancy lights switched on. Okay, there'll be links at the end to Jack Shed and Tool Addict, and links in the description underneath to other people who have entered the Christmas challenge this year. And we need to go a bit more Christmassy again.